Hello, guys. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Trev here in the morning, this Thursday morning. And we are going to be talking just for a little bit as, we're trying to get this thing together for an every morning little get together. And this morning, I just wanted to ask a couple of questions. The most pressing one is, how soon is too soon? How soon is too soon to get to jump into a relationship after you have really not even ended one? When you're getting out of one, how soon is too soon to get into another? I understand that Dr. Mia, Miss Dr. Mia, how you doing? How you feeling, my dear? How you feeling? No, so you don't know why I'm laughing. I'm not tell you why I'm laughing. How you and Kevin doing? I'm not telling you why I'm laughing, Dr. Mia. I'm gonna tell you, but not today. I'm gonna tell you, Dr. Mia, but not today. Not today, sis. Not today. It's gonna be another day, but certainly not today. But I got eyes on you. Winsome. Winsome, good morning, Winsome. Winsome, how are you doing? Dr. Mia say as soon as you're ready. But when are you ready? When are you ready? Is there a time that makes you ready to get into another relationship? Me know you laugh. No, here ya. You know? Me laugh because of the Kevin and his story. And that made me laugh. And that made me laugh. And that made me laugh. Oh my God. Because me, I watch you all the time. You know, even though I me, I watch you. That's why me I laugh. I mean, I say, well, Dr. Mia now, watch her welcome me like she don't know me. She don't know every time me come with a different ninja, you welcome me. Big grand welcome. I'm sorry, me shouldn't tell you. Me shouldn't tell you. But anyway, vibes with Maria Coleman. How you doing? Oh my God, Dr. Mia. Oh my Lord. Every day it's fun. But does that take on water winding so? Oh my gosh. Look here. Look. Oh my gosh. Mr. Plumber just know how to make my day. Good morning, Plumber. Good morning, Plumber, my forever suitor. Because all Plumber doing now is just suiting me from a distance. From a distance. The world seems blue and green. And the ocean meets the sky. As I go. And from a distance. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So sometimes I have to undercover, man. Sure. I don't know the thing. Me not reveal my covers, but I don't know the thing set. So. But me dey about, me don't want to know the things say. Me don't want to know the things say, me no see Trev. Me no see Trev. No man, me don't want to know things say, me no see Trev at all. Yeah, you and the others, me don't want to know things say, no see me. I say, oh, but what after we dey Trev, but we no see Trev. No man, me don't want to know think that. As you know, say me dey all about, but me know my people them, I come to my people them first. 4 August Street. Oh, welcome. Me don't want to sing that song that you know, but me remember the words. And from a distance, they. Oh, you want to call on the topic? Then call on that same number, you know? The same number. The same number, Dr. Mia. Yes, I mean, I just wanted to know, to throw it out there, how soon is too soon? Guys, if you don't have Plumber TV, this live is dedicated to my forever suitor, Plumber TV. If you are in the chat and you do not have Plumber TV has a fantastic channel over there. Go on over there and support my friend Plumber TV. All right? You can go later. If you have a second device, you can go now. Whatever the case may be. All right. Good morning, Dr. Mia. How are you feeling, my love?
I'm feeling much better than 2 days ago, thank God.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. What's your opinion on this topic here, Dr. Mia? How soon is too soon?
Why, it all depends on the person. For me, it has been a roller coaster in my life with dating men. After I got divorced, after I was totally ridiculed when it comes down to my ex-husband family and my ex-husband himself. So I came out of that, stayed single for 4 years. 4 years. To 5 years, and then after that I started dating. But it never worked out with most relationships with these guys, because as soon as I see the red flags, I always cut out. But Kevin and I met in 4 years ago before now, and then I shut it down because I didn't think I was ready for a relationship. Then I was in between decision in if I wanted to make a commitment based on how things was going for me and so forth and so on. But then the inevitable happened in 2021. I had just came out of a relationship. I don't think I was really out of the relationship when I met Kevin, because what happened was in 2020, I told myself I was going to give myself to God, because I think I have had enough of all of these roller coaster relationships, and there was nothing on me. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to just give myself to God and just go with or without a man, I'm going to just go into it. So at the time I was talking to this older man, he was in his 57, I'm 41. At the time, I'm 41 now, at the time I was like 39, 40. Somewhere there about when I started talking to him. And one night, we've been together over a year, and he was on the road with me while I was doing my YouTube channel at the time. I one night after I get annoyed and stuff, I said to him, listen, I need to know something. First and foremost, he lied to me. He did not tell me he was married and not divorced when we entered into the relationship. And so when he told me it was a month in the relationship, and us woman will never just run into it like that, even though I didn't think he lied. I think he just withheld it from me, because at the time he did not have a woman, but still yet he did not tell me that he was married.
He was still married.
Right, okay. And so I said, all right, you know what? I'm going to just ride with the waves and see how it plays out. Since he's older and, this younger thing now work for me no more. So I said, let me just go and ride the waves. It's been over a year we've been in a relationship together, and it never was going anywhere. So one night I made dinner, and I said to him, I said to myself, I'm going to ask him what his intentions, because my family knows him, and then my grandmother knows him, and then everything just starts going in the way I didn't want it to go. And I asked him, I said, tell me something. Do you have any intentions of getting a divorce and remarry in the future? Not now, because it's not something that I want to rush in, since I've already had the experience, but I just want to know where your mindset is at, and so I can know where to go from here. Him said him not think so. So I said, then, so what am I here for? What am I doing here? Why are you here? Because then he was now living with me, not me with him, but him living with me after a year. And then, I said to him, you know what? I'm not going to even go the distance with you. I'm just going to let it ride its wave and do what I have to do. In the process of the same time, I got a call because I did an interview with some banks few years back in the parish that I was living, and they called me to say that they wanted me to go to a certain branch and if I can handle it. At the time, I had a friend, well, I wouldn't say a friend, but a family friend, and let's put it that way, in another parish close to where I got the job. And I said, okay, I think I need to take some time out for myself and do me. And just read a little bit and stuff. Anyhow, I narrated the story to him, and instantly he was ready and waiting for me to go on. Like, go take the job and go on. Man. You have too much subject that me. You need to get your job. You need to get good money and blah blah blah.
Got you gone.
Right, exactly. So me, I look on it too weird. I say, but this man I try to tell me to take the job just quick, so he know my health condition, and he know say I don't know anybody in that parish except for that one person. They just push me off. So I say, you know what? Him start say, you have your subjects and you're working for little and nothing, now you need to take the job because it's a big job and blah blah blah. So anyways, I was on a dating site few years back with the same 4 years back Kevin meeting in on the site, and I deleted that site, and I just deleted it and block him, then we delete the site a few months after I blocked him. So I didn't really get to talk to Kevin in no way, shape, nor form, like less than a couple of days. I spoke to him a few years back. And so when I deleted the site, I'd reopened one at the same site a couple months prior before I started that present relationship that I was in at the time, because I was saying, okay, it's time for me to really get back on the trail. I've been single for so long, so maybe we need to just talk to people, get to know people and so forth and so on. So while on the dating site, I end up meeting that gentleman that I'm telling you about in the streets for quite a while, and it's somebody that I always see every day. So I say, all right, I need to go on a dating site because I'm now in a relationship. So when the situation started going south for me in that relationship, and one night, because he never really had time for me anyways, he works day and night, there was no time to spend together. The communication was not bad, but the time frame spending together wasn't there. He gets up certain time in the morning hours to go do his business, then he comes back home and to do the regular business that he's working for people. So there was no time to spend together. And I'm a woman. I love my attention.
He wasn't ready for no relationship either.
No, at 50 something, he wasn't ready for no relationship, and his mindset was very damaged.
And his body slowed down.
Right. So in that process of timing, I went back on the dating site, and I said, me just in the relationship with him, but went back on the dating site, not to deal with anybody, mark you, just to find somebody that can release my mind, because then I'm getting so annoyed, and it's like everything just coming down.
Everything bother you.
Think about moving, it's like everything was just so much. And then, like everybody know me, I don't have friends. The person that I told you that would be a family friend, she and we talk, but I just didn't want to share my personal business with anybody. I just wanted to talk to somebody who don't know me to get some good advice. And I think taking it to the I tried to find persons to talk to. Anyways, I was blinking because normally when you're on that dating site, the light comes on green that you're live, you're on there. So I guess Kevin saw the light and start going through my pictures. And like I said, we never even did come out of the relationship yet. So Kevin had sent me a message, did not know it was the same person 4 years ago. So I just answered the message just to talk to somebody. And, we were talking, and I asked him for his number, and we exchanged numbers, and we were there talking. And I said to him, where are you from? And he told me he's from such and such a place. And I said, okay, no problem. I got a job there and I need to come up, but I only have one friend. Maybe you can be my tour guide. That's what I said to him. He said, sure, man, no problem. But then I read something earlier, because I'm going to get back to the story. Hope me now, blah, blah, blah. But me have
no. We are listening.
Okay, so I read something this morning, and I was talking to an ex landlord's son yesterday, because when I moved, where I moved from in the parish that I was, that's where I moved from where I am now. And he contacted me yesterday on a shout out to say, Dr. Mayor, you're okay? I say, yeah, ma'am, I'm okay. And I was talking to him about the situation with Kevin and I, because he knows the gentleman, because the same place the gentleman was living, he and the gentleman and I was living at the same place. And he said something to me, and he said, there are times you will be with someone for a year, 2 years, 3 years, but you will meet somebody in less than 2-3 months, and that person will walk the walk and talk the talk and mean well for you more than the person that you've been with for a year or two. Which is true, but not as if the push and dog not the same.
Push and dog, I'm not going to tell you now. Push and dog not the same, love. Because you can call yourself puss, but if you call yourself puss, you have to call me dog. Call us spade, sister.
Let's see all the story I will roll on. No, so while talking to that friend, and I saw a post this morning, and I was reading the post that when let me see if I could find it quick and fast. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you. So while talking to Kevin on the thing, and we started talking, and I was telling Kevin about the job and everything that goes on with the job and so forth, and he was saying to me that, listen, you should think about taking the job, because the job is something that you would want more money for, and at the end of the day, you don't know what your situation and consequences going to lead to. And I was saying that when God wants to take you out of something and put you into something, there's nothing can be done about it. Sometimes we look at our situation as to be a bad scenario or a bad thing, but sometimes when we're in a bad situation, we just have to come to the grip of the agreement that it is not a situation that you should be in, and no matter how the pain hurts and the heart is plucked out of your chest, you have to realize that God is taking you out of a situation to place you either by yourself, to get to know yourself, or place you in to be with someone who should be with you in that way of the sense. So it all depends on how you look at it, and when you come out of it, what you do from there. Because whatever decision you make in your lifetime, at the end of the day, the consequence, you have to live with them. So while talking to Kevin, and I was discussing to Kevin about the job, I said to him, listen, I am going to think about it and see how best I can go. So Kevin and I was talking from the Saturday, let's say, and then the following Friday, which is the next week Friday, I decided that I'm going to come up, because the interview for that job was supposed to be January 2020, was it 2021? Yes, because I met Kevin. 20 years. I met Kevin January 2020, December, and the interview was supposed to be January 2021, right? And I said to him, okay, I'm gonna come up in the December time, because then I don't really have no reason to be in the parish that I am. So maybe I should just take some time, spend Christmas in the area, and then when January step in, I will be fresh out the block and I can go and do my interview. However, when I came up on Friday, Kevin and I decided that we were going to, spend some time together by ourselves without doing anything crazy, and get to know each other from there. And so from there, I met his mother, and his mother was very kind and decent to me. And I asked her if I could stay with her because of a job that I got, but then I had to go back to my parish to get some few stuff that I needed. While my furniture was down there, I had to go back and get myself started up with the job and get situated, because then the parish that Kevin is living in, I don't know anything about it, so I had to find my way around, moving around, getting to know. So he and his agreed to accommodate me without any cost or any craziness going on. And so I take the opportunity, and everything played out. And then when I realized that Kevin and I is getting close, 2 weeks before, remember I told you I met him December 2020. So basically that would be the maybe the first week in a Christmas in the Christmas holiday, which was supposed to be the 4th of December. We met in face to face and so forth. And 2 weeks before Christmas, a ring is on my finger.
Okay, so that's what we're talking about when we say you can meet somebody in 1 month and they can do what somebody you've been with for 10 years never do. That's what we're talking about. Exactly. All right. You hear that, guys?
Yeah. So I had to explain to the T so you know where I'm coming from.
Right.
When he at first he said to me, "Have you ever been down to the waterfront?" I said to him, "Not at all. I will see it on TV because that's the only thing you can do when it's Christmas time. You see fireworks." He said, "Well, there won't be no fireworks this year because you know what, the situation with the whole thing going on in the world." And I said, "Take to make me see the view," not knowing that he had plans to engage me. So I said, "Okay, no problem. Put on my clothes, get dressed, sorry." And we drove out and do what we had to do. While we were down there, he said to me, "Boy, you know how long me love you off? 4 years now, me love you off, you're not give me the time of day now." So me said to him, "I don't know what you're talking about, because I don't remember you." I actually did not remember Kevin, Trev. I did not. Even Kevin, I said to me, "B, I know you so long and love you after. You wouldn't give me the time of day." I keep saying to him, "I don't know what you're talking about," because my memory is to say I don't know him. It's just somebody new that I meet, but Kevin know me based on my pictures. And why I did not recognize who he was that the pictures that I know of, he had changed them on that profile, on that profile. So the picture that I saw, it was just a face pic. And because he and I had only talking briefly 4 years back, I did not recognize his face. I knew if I saw the pictures that he had before then, I could have made him out and say, "Oh, are you this?" But there was no picture like that on the site that we spoken to on that time, in December. So anyways, him say, "You know, I love you." I say, "I don't know what you're talking about, but okay." So what are you saying now? And we start trying to move ahead at him, because they get annoyed with what he said to me. So him say, "I love you a lot and I really want you to be my wife." And I said, "Babe, we just meet you. What the heck you talking about? I mean, I just met you. I can't be nobody's wife at this point. I could be a girlfriend or we could be friends, but not your wife." So anyways, and he said, "Well, whether you say yes or no, you could keep the ring and decide on it after we spend our long length of time together. It's not like we go get married. No." I said, "All right, not a problem." So he did, and he engaged me, and we waited a while before we bring it to light, and we decided that we're gonna bring it to light when I said yes, which was in February. I think I said yes to him. And that time when I said yes to him, hear the trick to it now. In February I said yes, but in January we're moving with him. You see how funny it is?
Okay, yeah, we know things can go back way sometimes. Oh, why that the word they come out so far? That the word they don't sound right. Dr. Miller, tell us as we enjoy the chat and the conversation. Enjoy the conversation and the chat.
I called it because I know my story. Could whatever text that, it would have been too
long.
Exactly. Yeah, so moving on. Moving, right. So now it's January coming forth and I have to do the interview. Unfortunately, we was staying at mom and I was kind of confused about my furniture because then the man still their country, my girl. When I the house furniture, my girl. So then I started getting really annoyed and confused what to do. So what I did know, he engaged me 2 weeks before Christmas. So in the December time, on Christmas Eve, I called him. When I called the gentleman, I called him. I think I saw a missed call from him because from I came to Kingston the 4th, I went back down the 9th. I went back down the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th. Yeah, I went back down the 9th. And when I went back down the 9th, I came up back the 14th. And when I came up back the 14th, from I came back up, Trev, that man has not called my phone 2 times. I remember we lived together and I said to him, but how is it that you don't call me? I called him a couple of times after that and I said, how you don't call me? But then remember, you see me straight as an arrow, my child, because guess what? You see, if me I go in anything, me I go tell who me I go in and me go tell whatever. Now, the man of country did not know about Kevin, but Kevin knew about him. And I had to tell Kevin the truth straight from the team. I said, listen, I am going to be in a situation that I really don't want to be in, but I'm going to explain it to you what is transpired. Kevin said, well, babes, here what happened. I don't know how you're going to work it out. I'm not saying you're supposed to let nobody. I said, I'm not leaving anybody come to nobody because I would never do that. I am leaving because I have gotten my dignity and my sanity taken away from me based on the fact that he did not tell me he was married and not divorced. Secondly, you did not say you wanted a committed relationship. You just up and move in with me and never tell me what you're about. And that was not for me to stay in. I wanted to go to my church, and so from there on, I decided what I am going to do. Yeah. When I said it to Kevin, Kevin said, babes, I know how you're going to work it out, but since you get the job, maybe you should take his offer and leave and come and take the job. Because remember, I told you that he said I should take the job, meaning that we go have to move out and get myself an apartment in the parish. Okay. So I said, I still was thinking about it because I think it was a sudden move and I did not want to make a stupid mistake as them to jump out a frying pan, jump in a fire. And so when I called him the Christmas Eve, he called me and I called him back and he did not pick up the phone. I called and I called and I called. The whole day Christmas Eve, I called him. That is December 2020. I called him. He did not pick up. I called Christmas morning, right through all day, he did not pick up the phone. And I started to panic. And I said, I wonder, I wonder if anything happened to him in the house. So I called our landlord and I said to the landlord, have you seen such and such a person? She said she hadn't seen him this morning, but she heard the music, so he probably be inside. I started panicking, so I said to Kevin, Kevin, we have to go down to country because I have to go check if him okay. Yesterday, remember when I have Kevin and I met say I want good man. I want good.
How much money I go with you? Go look to see if the man all right. He better get himself together. He's on his own.
But listen, this way how it played out in the correct way. And I'm going to tell you how God is so involved in this thing. Sometimes, like I said, God is working a way out for you, but it's the way how you deal with it. You have to know how to deal with it. So when Kevin take me down there, I said, stay, him and his friend go, because at the time his driver's license had expired and he didn't get to renew it. So his friend drove. So I tell them to stay on the road. Let me go check if I'm okay. And when I went there, I didn't see anybody. And while I was there, Kevin had called me on the phone and told me that the car wants some water. So I grabbed my birth paper because, like I said, I had an interview to do the January. And so that's when I went back down there to deal with him situation to check if I'm okay. I remember that when I went back before, I did not take my birth paper and I did not take certain documents with me. So I took them up and was about to step out when I saw the door push because the door was turned and I saw the place start getting light up. So when I turned and saw him, I called him by name. I said, didn't you see me calling you? He said, yes, he see the call.
What in that answer?
But remember when I told you that he wasn't calling me, I had called him prior to that and I said, he's a wicked man because you know, say anybody who want me to stay down there and you push me. I was also tell me about get job and know that me come up here to just to check all the job is gonna rotate. You don't know where am I supposed, you know my eye condition. Suppose I need somebody I use my phone to tell us I'm in at the hospital. You know, pick up the call, nothing at all. So anyways, I said to him, why you didn't answer the phone or me telling saying wicked? I said, because you are, if you and somebody live together for 1 year and you and the person make a decision to settle down and I get a job, oh, you're so quick to tell me to take the job without saying, okay, how me I go manage without you and them something there. Understand what I'm saying?
Red flag right there.
Exactly. So exactly. So me said to him, said, no man, something not right. So when me go down now and he tell me same the call and he ain't answer the phone and oh I call him wicked. I said to him, listen, but you are because I left out of the parish and you don't know, you don't call to check if I'm okay or anything at all. You just leave me there without nothing at all. And you say, yeah, I'm a man. He said, okay, no problem. I said, here what happened? Do not let me come back down here in the next 2 weeks. I see in my house. I'm going to take police and take you out of my place.
All right.
Period.
Bad girl, Mia.
If I catch you back down here, of course I'm going to call in time there. We did really go on my church, but I cut some cloth. I said, if you ever make me come down here and see you back in my place, you look a belongings them and go on.
Take a little bungle and leave the premises. I agree with you, Dr. Mia. Wicked.
Because I mean something happened.
You couldn't even answer the phone or ever text you back and say something.
Exactly. 2 more days for calling me now and saying it have to take me to come down there for him tell me that. Anyways, I went back up. I was tearing mad. So when I went up back to the car, I saw Kevin and his friend standing outside the car. Hear them now. Me, are you okay? I said, no, don't ask me nothing. Don't ask me a thing. I'm so upset right now. so them say, okay, ma'am. And then going to the car for the whole journey back to here. I did not speak a word. My head was just going haywire. I mean, at the time, and Kevin had engaged me, but listen to me, Trev. It's like him engaged me, but me just not in a no mood to deal with nothing and no one at all.
You have a door open that you need to close.
Right. I just wanted to think things through. And so while coming up and thinking in my head, I heard him utter something in the car. Mia, you okay? I said, yes, I'm okay. Just give me some time. I need to think. And that's when I started thinking about taking the job, because all along I'm up here, I never thought about taking the job. I just wanted to find some time to do me, see where if I want to stay with this man who chose not to remarry or settle down, or I want to move out to a different parish and start out myself and have a brand new life. And remember, I have a health condition that I don't need no pressure. I don't need no stress, none at all. Because when I reach out to somebody who was on the show with me, they said, but Dr. Mia, you and this man been together for so long. We know him. He knows your health issue. Why is he putting you through this? You understand what I say? So anyways, while going on and on and on in the car coming up, I decided that I'm going to just take the job and do the interview in January. That's when I decided I'm going to take the job. So I said to Kevin, is there anywhere I could get an apartment here? Because them time then a girl, in December 2020, even though I had just diagnosed with a heart condition and a little funds here and there that I was saving to do certain little things. And so I had to take the initiative to move my furniture then to come and situate it so I could take the job. Anyways, I started mapping out in my head when I want to move and how I want to move. I know his day off is on Wednesdays, so I wouldn't move on a Wednesday. It would have to be one day in the week or when he's at work. So I said to Kevin, here what happened? I need to get a truck, and the truck that moved me from one apartment to another while I was in my parish, I called that gentleman and asked him how much it will cost me to move the furniture from that parish to this parish. And he said certain amount of money. And I said, boy, I'm gonna have that, but if we can pay it in a 2 parts, since we know it, I don't mind. And he said, okay, and we take it. So I decided that I'm gonna go down for my furnitures them. So I went down for my furnitures. But before I do that, I had to get an apartment. And so I went online, Facebook, anywhere, because I like pages that rent places on Facebook. So I went on Facebook. I was asking around, nothing was coming through until one day, Kevin and I was on the phone. I was at his mom at the same time. Like I said, I was staying with his mother while I was up there. And I went on Facebook and I saw they posted something a place for such and such. So I called the gentleman, and the gentleman answered me and said, well, I must come at the place 9 o'clock in the morning because he has some other people. And when I went there, I've been praying. I pray for the whole night. I've always been praying because whenever I do anything, the part that I forget to say, whenever I'm doing anything, I pray about it first. The situation with the gentleman in country, I prayed about it. The situation with the job, I prayed about it. The situation with Kevin, I prayed about it. And I tell God to the point, even on my wedding day, I move fast, but I go tell you, oh God, that on my wedding, I was in the car, as you know, maybe 2 hours late for my wedding. And when I was in the car, I was telling the driver and the matron up on it in the car, I said, listen, you see, if me not to make it to the altar, God know why me want me make it to the altar. That is all I've been praying for the 1 year me and Kevin there together. I've been praying, say, God, if you, and I don't pray my prayers out aloud, I pray them in my spirit. And I said, God, you see, if you don't want me there with that man here, me I beg you please, because you see my soul mean a lot to me than anything you can think of, and I don't want to lose my soul because of bad decision or lose anything because of bad decision. So anyways, while I decided to get the truck, and I decided that I'm gonna move my furniture up. I moved the furniture them up before I get after I get the apartment. So when I went on Facebook, saw the apartment, we decided that we're gonna go the 9 o'clock, and the gentleman have us sitting in the car while everybody come to interview the house. And when he came out to us, I said to us, you know, say, when it's a lucky set of people, because I come with my full money, mounting the back and everything, you know, come now playing a Trev.
So me say sir. I see that you are serious, hombre. Welcome into the live chat, guys. Yeah, you go on, darling. I'm listening.
Okay, so when I come to the place to get the place, he said, okay, just give the people some time. You know, the man come out, come say, the man come out, come say, every single body come and none of them have their money. And only the only set of people who have the money come from me. See, me tell you, I have no whole of my money. And when I went into the place, it's very convenient, very nice. Wanted to do some little work, but I said okay, and I paid the money and get my receipt. And 2 weeks after that, I moved my furnitures up, and so that's where life begins for me. It's very rugged in a way because you know my mindset still was not at ease with how things play out. But then I start saying, but you know, God no easy, you know. And this is when I find out that God really have a hand in this thing. And I know he does. And I feel and I know because I got couple dreams, couple visions. My spirit is like that. But I want something, you know, the devil can't give what you want to, but me know when God gives something. And so when the first time I got the ink to say that Kevin was really meant for me, and why God take me out of a certain situation was after I moved in with Kevin. One morning I woke up with the same night we moved in, the morning I woke up with him. And you know, we were talking on the phone and I said to him, do you have a Facebook page? You know, because I am a public figure and I really want to, you know, be a friend on Facebook with you if you have one. He said, sure, I have a Facebook page. But Trev, when he gave me the Facebook page name and I go on the Facebook page, I saw the same very pictures that I saw 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
On the site, I saw those pictures. Why I rejected Kevin 4 years ago. There's a story behind it. I hate you know, persons in uniform, then let's put it that way.
Okay.
I don't want to be with anyone in uniform. So I said, you know what, he looks like one of those people. So that's one of the reasons why I had rejected him also 4 years ago. Right, and those pictures I saw on his Facebook page. He wasn't in any uniform, but he looks like one of those people. So I recognized it was the photo. So when I was on the phone, I was going through his Facebook page and I said, Kevin, all these months you've been telling me that you know me. Are you this? When I said, me moving with the man I never know, the man 4 years ago, you know. And when we wake up with him in the morning, I realized who he really was. If you understand what I mean.
Yes, I understand you.
Right, so I said to him, are you this? He said to me, say, yes, I mean, I've been telling you I know you. And so the pictures that I had on the dating site, even though I had blocked him, delete the site and reopen it back, I put the same pictures on there. But he had changed his photos, and so I couldn't recognize who he was at the time. And so when I recognized Kevin is when I moved in with him, woke up with him in the morning and saw him on Facebook and the pictures that I saw that I rejected him. And this is how I know God ever handled it. If I had known that that person was Kevin, when I met Kevin a second time around, I wouldn't have been here today. Because I would have still think that him and the man in uniform.
And then you would have feel not okay. If you don't mind me asking, what happened with the men in uniform? What, they're not up to par?
For some reason, I just don't like men in uniform. It's not some women just not go crazy for the men in uniform, but for me, it's just something that just ticks me off. Like, I don't know, it irritates me. And that's why I know I wouldn't have dated him or even reached the distance with him if I had known who he was and what he was about. And so the Lord make things not work out in that way. He make it work out when we're literally living with the man and have no way to go backward. Then let's put it that way. Not that I couldn't move out and leave, but then it wouldn't be a good reason for me to move out and leave just because I thought that he was a man in uniform. After me moving and everything done second. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yes, I get you. Yeah. I get you.
Right.
I get you.
So anyways, after all of that said and done, we started building our life together. And so I accepted the proposal and I came out with the whole thing on YouTube about getting engaged and blah, 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 and so forth and so on. And Kevin has proven until this date that he is really the man for me and the man after my heart, because what happened is, first and foremost, I love talking on the phone when I am free, when I have nothing in my corner to do, and I love my attention, and Kevin gives me all of that. And he has started that out from the beginning of our relationship. From we started talking, the 6 hours conversation when we first spoke on the phone after I told you I took his number, and that never ends. It's like an ongoing situation for him daily. If I wasn't talking to you now, I would be talking to him now. And we do our work, and we still have time for each other because we use the earpods. So it's not like our hands are free, so it's not like we're getting in each other's way at any time at all. And we build our life from there on, and so we decided that we're going to move forward. And it's been a very, very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Honest person, in a way where we both don't hide anything from each other. If I should tell people this, they would not believe. Kevin and I have lock codes on our phone, and Kevin and I have each other's password, and we use each other's phone. We even switch phones per day. He took my phone to work, and I keep his at home. And I mean, at the end of the day, he did not know I was doing that to say, okay, him I go call up everybody to tell him, say, don't call him, because his girlfriend having phone at the time. I just came up with it the same very morning, and he gave it to me. And we had each other's password from we first started talking. And if anything, he's always coming to me and telling me certain little things and so forth. I'm not saying that Kevin is a perfect person, because there's always something underneath the surface for everybody. But then the basic of it is, if you love and trust your partner enough, and you have the value and the worth, if your partner knows your value and your worth, and they have a communication level and a level of respect for you and loyalty, there will not be a problem in your marriage or your relationship. So from there on, we started building, and we decided, okay, we're gonna get married, and we have gotten married on the 30th of January, 2022.
Oh yes, I was there. I enjoyed the nuptials. Yes, I did.
Yes, and the wedding is on the channel. It's kind of an audio problem, but you can see the whole wedding. The place that we had the wedding, they were having internet issues, and so when the internet chip out, the data chip in, so sometimes the audio. But the wedding has been very beautiful.
Yes, I noticed some of it was like that.
If you want to. Well, let me tell you, I can tell you this, Trev. For your question to your thing, how long is too long to get into a relationship after you you break up, it all depends on how your heart is, what the person did to you before, and if you are forgivable to that person so you can move on. Because let me tell you, you may not know this, and a lot of people may not know this about me. You see me, and I said it to Kevin. And it may sound weird and unrealistic to everybody, but you see, to every one of my ex, them I've been with only 7 months in all my lifetime. My ex-husband has been the longest for me because I've been with him from I was 15, get married when I was 18, divorced him when I was 35, and he died now 2020. So he's late. You understand? And I have said this to persons that for me, I love hard. You see, every single one of the ex them, I still have love for them, but not love to say I am going to be with any of them or I'm going to arbor them or they can call my phone and text me. No, my love for them is because I had forgiven them from the first time they hurt me. I look on them and say, no, son, idiot. Oh, you see the good body when me have. Oh, you see me look good. I want to go dash with that look good body and look good mental mindset, strong woman like me. You know, go dash me. Say, oh, lucky. Anybody will dash me away, go get some. Anybody else will get me. I will get a better woman coming. Now, because I don't know, me can love again. I just know how to love cautiously, and I know how to love when and when how to love. Because if you say you will hurt me, you hurt yourself. Because if I'm being in a relationship now and it's broken apart, I am taking away myself from you because I think I'm looking at you like you're like an ant. So you're like a little cockroach to me if you decide to do something stupid. Because I'm looking to you like, oh, you don't know what you have? You should know what you have.
I agree.
So that's how I look at my things.
But you know, these men are, you know, not to continue that to me, but you know, these men are, no. I mean, I don't think they really care about what they have until they are about to lose it or until they have lost it. Yes, I don't think they do. Because you look at a woman and you see a woman who is progressive and a woman who has a good head on her shoulders, and she has a man and the man is still straying, he's still doing all manner of evil to the relationship, and he doesn't start to take check until she has decided that enough is enough and I'm going to just cut out. I'm going to be out of this relationship, and that's when he's going to try to be better, try to do better. But oftentimes it's too late because a woman has already left you inside before she has left you physically.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
I know that's for sure. But you know, like I said, sometimes when you're in a relationship, it can go south because that relationship is not for you, and so you can always find a way to either get out, or sometimes the Lord is trying to pull you away from the things that is damaging to us, but we choose to stay in it because we either don't want to start over or we don't want to get hurt.
That is true.
When you stay in something that is not workable, and so you don't have to get out and get in a relationship. You can get out and find time for you, because I know how to be single. I love being single. You think, hey, only thing I love responsibility like that, take care of a man, I'm feeling down in a bed every day, I work up my body. But you know what? Everybody everybody has a time where at all. You know what I'm saying? You must learn to love yourself and stay single for a while. Like I said, I've been single. I've stayed single after my ex-husband. I've stayed single. I'm always single a year or two apart. Kevin's situation is only the first one that I have not been single. At that time, it just happened off the bat like that, because then it was supposed to be that way. That's the only relationship I have not found myself being single apart from before I get involved in.
Yeah, maybe that's how that was supposed to go.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. The one relationship that I have not found being single is the one relationship I end up being married into. So my take on the whole thing is, you can be with someone soon than you think. It all depends on how you look at it, how ready you are, how your heart is ready. Are you healed? Have you forgiven? Are you ready to move on? Are you with someone on the rebound? Are you gonna be with someone to hurt them? It all depends on those questions. Why do you want to get involved in a relationship when you just break up with somebody? Why? What is your reason?
What is your reason? And one of the things too, you see, Dr. Mia, that I find that whenever you jump into another relationship so fast, for whatever reason, you always end up picking the wrong person. You don't give yourself time. You don't give yourself time to sort out any issues, any emotional issues that's going on with you, any trauma. You don't give yourself enough time. You just want to just stop that gap right now, and you just take any bone and stop that gap.
Exactly. But you see, the thing is, and I realize that is how it goes, because the relationships before the last one with Kevin was traumatizing for me. It was hurting like hell. But the one with Kevin that I let out of, there was no hurt. He had only told me that he doesn't want to settle with me, basically. Well, he didn't say with me, but he doesn't want to remarry. Let's put it that way. And so I wanted better things for myself, and I think I deserve better. So instead of staying with somebody who doesn't want to settle down, I rather to walk away from it. But in the process of walking away, I met Kevin.
Right, and I guess he came in just at the right time, because that's how it happens sometimes. Sometimes you meet somebody and it's at the right time. You know, you might have some little edges, you need some little frayed edges you need to cut off, you need to, get things back together. But you know, this person, you can feel it, and whether God has led you into it, you can feel it. But also, as I say that too, Dr. Mia, I was looking at the relationship with Kim Kardashian, because I was covering Kanye the other day. Kanye is off the chain. He's foul. He's out of pocket with the things he's doing. Which is not the topic this morning, but take his now ex-wife into the picture, as I am saying. I saw where there is my dear friend Lashos. There is Israel Hayat. Welcome into the chat, guys. Yeah! Good to see you. Talking about Kim Kardashian, I noticed that by the time she had filed for divorce last February of 2021, she filed for divorce, and by the time she had gone on the Saturday Night Live, when was that? That was like shortly, very, very shortly thereafter. And before you know it, she was with this guy, Pete Davidson. And I keep saying to myself, did Kim jump into this relationship too fast? I am not here to talk about the woman relationship. I'm just saying.
No, but it's not her alone. J-Lo did it. J-Lo was just with Rodriguez or whatever her name, and then she ended couple weeks after she ended up with the other guy who she went there with for all. And these celebrities, they are in their money thing and they don't care because they have the money. So they're going to jump in and out of relationships. But for us who are Jamaicans who know what the struggle is, we do it too. Some of us do it too. But at the same time, we know the values of what a relationship is, most of us. But for the famous and the persons who are in the media who are famous, they really don't care. Because if you're with somebody for today as being a famous person, and then tomorrow you go break up, and then the next day you're gonna end up with somebody, them have their money, them can talk anything they want to talk at the end of the day, because they know that they can get anybody they want in and out, up in and out. For them it's nothing. You understand? And that's why Kevin and I was discussing it the other day, that we admire a certain amount of people in the famous world overseas, because we don't see them in the media with no scandal. And when you do see them in the media, they're with their wives or their husband for 30, 28 and 22 years. But you have persons in the media who really settle down and mean something to them, values of relationship or marriage, but then you have some who really don't. And like we all know, the Kardashians, them have their money and them just feel like they can't get anybody they want. So them never stay single for a while. Them as them go, them come in, as them drop off, them take on.
Yes, yes, Dr. May, I understand. So that is true, and not just for celebrities, but for us who are nobodies, who are, I'm not saying nobody, but we are the unknowns. Let me just say that, the unknowns. Right, for us, the unknowns. Sometimes it happens like that. Because you could be with somebody and that person is really not pulling their weight. That person is you are there, but you are not there. Because there are just some parts of this relationship that is not fulfilling. And here comes somebody else who shows you some attention, and you start eyeing that person as a potential partner while you are still in this relationship that is, that you are, is almost like a truck without the wheels, and you just trying to drag it down the road. But here comes another truck over there, and you're eyeing this truck. You're eyeing this nice Hummer over there. It has all the wheels, it has the mirrors, it has everything in place. It looks like to you. So this one that you're dragging down the hallway, you just want to get out of it already. So you might end up with an overlapping. And sometimes that overlapping can be very dangerous. Because you see now, I see this overlapping with Kim. Even though she had filed for divorce, she not get rid of Kanye yet. Because nobody can get rid of Kanye anyway.
No, but nobody can get rid of somebody like him. Plus, they have kids together.
They have the kids together.
Plus, the money sharing and all that something. So there's no getting rid of it.
Right. I think you need to give yourself. I think give yourself time to get him out of your system. But I think the way to get him out of your system is to get somebody else in the system to get him out. But that is just making him jealous, and that's making him crazy. Yeah, that's making him crazy and doing all kinds of crazy things.
Yeah, that's what you call a rebound. For some persons, they really do good. They do rebound. And for me, I don't think rebound is a good thing. Like I said, as for my situation that I've been in, it was supposed to happen that way. And like I said, being in relationships and breaking up, I always take a year or two, like to do me, take myself out on dates and do my hair and take myself to the spa. That's how I treat myself when I break up on a relationship. But Kevin and I situation is just a one-off thing where it was meant to be like that. For other persons, it's like a rebound for them. Because when I get into my situation with Kevin, I was already, like I said, it was the earth thing. The gentleman never hurt me or nothing, period. He just made his decision in not wanting to be in that kind of way. And so he decided, and I made my move, because after he said to me, he said, oh, take the job and something. I said, okay, this is my opportunity to move on and get my life situated in that way. And then, like I said, Kevin come along. So for most persons, it's a rebound situation. And I think rebound is never a good thing, because when you go on the rebound, you're not going to be healed from what happened to you before.
And then you drag all of that into this new relationship. And I think she just hurried and grabbed this guy, because this guy is what, like 28, she's like 41. I'm not bashing the age. I had married somebody once upon a time who was 8 years younger than me, but I'm not bashing her. I'm just stating the facts right there. And another thing too, he is I don't know, I don't want to say it bad, but I just think him not too savory. I whisper, guys. I whisper.
You get a super chat though.
I'm get one super chat. Oh, Chuck. Oh, yeah, Chuck. Chuck, thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother, for that super chat. Thank you so much for thank you so much for that super chat. Yes, and so I think that if she had spent some time, I don't know if she had known him before, because all of them in Hollywood know each other, but I don't know how much she had known about him before, that why she would think that he would be an appropriate person. What appropriate? When we don't pick up Satan walking off me pick them life, Lord Jesus, God don't know, forgive me, people. But
let's put it this way, and that's why I said we can hear me talking. Yes.
Put it on next way for me, Dr. Mia. Because Mikey can put it on nice way for me so we can laugh about it and it not sound no way.
Oh dear.
Oh my God. Yes. Go on, so what you saying, Dr. Mia? I'm listening.
I was saying that it was a good thing for me. And funny enough, Kevin and I, and when I say this to people, I think watching Kevin and I, you will see how much he's crazy about me and I'm crazy about him. And one thing I must tell you females, us females, we need to stop finding men that really that what we love, what we are attracted to. Kevin is so attracted to me that right now, me I feel I take my little time and lose little weight here and there, drop off 1 2 pound and 1 3 pound. Let me go down to a smaller size, like you Trevor, see me have a husband.
Like me, Dr. Mia, I went on the scale yesterday. I was 181 pounds. Well, I have lost 6. I mean, I know if the 6 is because I taken off my socks at that time. I do.
Maybe, but I'm still working on it. Lose couple pounds, yes, but I mean, just to say, Kevin is so attracted and he admires me a lot. He loves me a lot, and I'm loving on him too, and I'm in love with him too. But the most important thing is when a man loves you more than even you love him. He will always treat you like the queen that you are. But then again, most people nowadays don't know not about love. For them, kind of love is just I love you and nothing behind it, and it just
nothing behind it. Yes, it just done so abrupt. Exactly. That is true. A lot of people, I find a lot of people these days don't know love. Here is my brother Overton, son of a king. How are you, Overton? Israel, my sister Israel is in the place. You would have said, Trev, let's stick with Dr. Mia and leave that subject alone. I agree. Mikey says I have to mute now. A government work. Oh, sorry. Let me just come off of mine. So.
Yeah. So basically for me and my story, it has ended. Believe it or not, Dr. Mia, life is more interesting than any celebrity out there. Not true.
I think so. Same way so.
Let me tell you before I go, because we're going to go now in a minute, but let me tell you before I go, guys, when you are out of a relationship, if you're not hurting, you can know when your heart is not hurting, depending on the kind of relationship you get out of. If you were cheated on, or you were abused, or anything that has to do with you being hurting emotionally, mentally, or physically, take some time and do you. Don't bother rushing and nothing will go cause you forget to our next earth, because you have to know, say, when you choose the right, whether man or woman, whether you're choosing the next partner next, it is somebody that will have your favor at heart, your value, your worth at heart. Come for the ones who, like in my case, who you say, oh, you're there with this man for 20 odd years or 30 odd years and you don't intend to marry you. You can easily walk away, because at the end of the day, it's not like he cheated on you or anything. It may sound easy to say, but it's a lot of investing and time in a lot of things. I was told a story at church the other day when this pastor was talking, and he said this lady's been with a man for 30 years and she wanted him to be her husband, and the man never actually proposed to her at all. And she chose God over the man. And after she chose God and the man said him I gonna lose her, he chose to commit himself to God and to her. So sometimes it takes some drastic things, because some people are afraid of commitment for whatever reason, I don't know. But we should learn to understand that when we are with someone in the life of ourselves, living with, that person needs and should value you. You are not better than no one, and no one is not better than you. So if you're in the house with a man or a woman and you've been there, you're doing this stuff, you're washing, you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're walking up your body in the bedroom, why isn't he good enough for him to take you as a wife? Why not commit yourself to him? Why not commit yourself to her? Why not make it? Yes, common law relationship work, you know, if you get married, you can live and still do nothing. But the respect and the value what you should give your wife or your girlfriend or your husband should be of your own solid ground. So you should know when to fall out and when to fall in. As for How soon is too soon? How soon is too soon is when your heart is not hurting, when you have healed. If you choose to heal yourself, because I healed myself, I never need therapy because I look at it two ways. I say to myself, okay, if you and me get together and me, I make you feel like a king that you are, and you now make me feel like a queen, to hell with that. You go your way, I go my way. I'm not going to make it pain me because I didn't do you anything. You understand what I'm saying? I was the one that was trying to do my best. Some people don't have the heart like mine, strong like mine, but that can be a heart strong bad. You understand that?
Guys, you all hear that? Dr. Mia say her heart strong bad. So let me ask you something, Dr. Mia. Let me ask you something. I'm gonna put myself in the hot seat. I'm gonna put myself in the hot seat. No, you have heard my story. You have heard my story. And let me ask you something. It's now coming on how long now since me divorced, Dr. Mia? Up to 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21. 4 years now.
Okay, make it close.
Yes. 4 years now since I've been divorced. So guys, all my people in the chat, gonna see one me no want to call them cockroach, but them just come up in one spammer. There's a spammer in the chat. Take care of that one for me now, please. Knock him right out. Yes. So, right. So it's been 4 years since I've been divorced. What would you say? Would you say the time is right for me to start dating, or would you say that the time not ready?
All right, I'm going to answer your question in the way how you need to hear it, not in the way how you want me to answer it, you know, Trev. And I'm going to answer it with a question, and then I'm going to give you the answer. Trev, are you ready?
No, me not ready. You that start trying to me get back in the sheet, but you're not easy.
Hold on. You're not ready, and why aren't you ready? Have you forgiven the person that did what they did to you?
Dr. Mia, it has absolutely nothing to do with forgiveness.
All right, hold on. No, but hold on. That's the question, and there's another question following that. Have you healed? Have you been healed?
Dr. Mia, I am healed. Listen, I have so much to give God thanks for. When I go on my knees, Dr. Mia, when I go on my knees, I have so much to give God thanks for. And I keep saying to myself, how am I going to be giving and taking at the same time? I can't be giving with the same hand that I'm taking with at the same time. Because you have heard my story and how it all played out, how God made it play out in my favor. All this time when I knew not what was going on, all the tricks and all the plots and all the grave that was being dug for me, and I had absolutely no clue on how God brought me out. So now, how would it be that I'm going to be grateful and say, God, I thank you for having worked in my favor even when I knew not about the plots and the graves that were being dug for me. And then at the same time that I'm saying thanks, so that I'm going to say, oh, well, I see me, you know, me just, Lord, me just, I'm flipping on God's face. We can't do that. We can't do that.
No, listen, there are ways to do things.
Don't put a timeline on it.
It's not about forgiveness and you have healed. Is there any fears?
If I have any fears?
Of getting back into the game. And
of course, yes. Of course, yes. Of course, yes. I am absolutely fearful of encountering somebody else of that nature. Hold on, the Mumtastic says, Trev, don't, hold on, Dr. Mia, 2 seconds. Mumtastic says, Trev, don't put a timeline on it. It will be time whenever you are healed and ready. And once you fully love yourself, so if you heal in 2 months or 5 years, then whenever that is, it has. But the thing too, she said it before you. That's why I
ask you if you're ready, and you said, no, you're not ready. No. I can tell you it's 4 years on, and I can't say yes, you're ready. I can't say no, go back, don't get back in. I want you to take the rest of your time now and just stop being fearful in a way where you can be put a positive light on it, in a way where, okay, you're not gonna settle for anything, you're just gonna date. If you have to date, it's not a relationship, it's like a marriage. It's just you dating. Once you see a red flag, bye-bye. I'm out of here. Nothing wrong in dating. You're not going to date and sleep in between the sheets, although some people do that. But you can date. You can go on dinner dates. You could go on casual dates, get to know the person, ask them the questions that you know you need to ask them. And so you are okay. But when you close down, when you shut out, then you're not going to get an opportunity to know if you're really ready. Your heart, your body will tell you, but then you still have to leave a little way in where you can open up to date. Just don't think about getting serious. Just date.
Casual dating take too much energy. Me not have you see me a date right here, so right here, so me a date me crush a needle. It takes too much.
That's the thing, but that's the thing.
Too much energy.
So it's gonna be that way. You're not ready.
Too much
just
energy.
as what mom is it Staples?
Mom podcast.
Let me just say podcast. That's like what podcast said. You are right. When the time comes, it's the time. Time is time, and when the time is ready for you to get in, you will know. Expectation, exactly. She said date without any expectation. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Time for that. I don't want to invite anybody into my space, into my world. I don't take time out of what I want to do for myself. Like, let me see what somebody else say. Overton say it's on the right side. Cause all right. Oh yeah, but Eddie Overton.
I don't want the phone will beep off. I don't want to hang up. Stay on the phone. I'm getting a call. Just don't hang up.
Okay, you that say I don't go listening to her this, and I don't do. I have learned from her. Oh, that is okay. Look at me the far back in the chat. Oh, look at me the far back in the chat. Trev, you have been stubborn to your own truth. What you know is why you why you dripping me up so this. Trev, it got nothing to do with giving God thanks for you already. Is it that you're ready or not? How is it flying up in God? Yes, fear is holding you back. Listen, let me tell you something about that, Yuda. Let me tell you something. When I love hard. I do not love with stipulations that I'm going to be giving you something and, being fearful. I trust that the conversation we have and the decisions we make is that the two of us are going to be working for the upliftment of each other. I am not holding back, and when I am uplifting, let me tell you something. When I'm uplifting, I don't know no boundaries. I don't have no boundaries. When I'm helping my partner to grow, I don't know any boundaries. That is just me. That is me. Right. That is me. Because all I'm looking for is that day to see you on that pinnacle. So when I am pushing you and I am rowing that boat, I don't care what is there. I am rowing that boat for you. And based on the conversation that you and I have, this is my commitment to your upliftment. All right? Some people will say you stop when you see stuff not going right. That is not Trev you're talking to. You understand? So imagine I go into another relationship rowing a boat as hard as I did for the one last time. Only see at the end of the day, this is a photograph. I'm using this photograph for something else, but I'm gonna use it this morning because it seems appropriate. Only for at the end of the day, this is what the person flinging at my face. Check that out. check that out. You understand me? This is what the person flinging in at my face. You see the person over the person picture right there, sir? You see the person anchored to the tree right there, so that is such a profound, like a choreograph. Just take your head off right away. You understand? Imagine I go in a relationship and I row as hard for that person as I rode for this person who put up this. For sure, me say, see there, you roar for me, you take me up off of the street with nothing. You feed me, you clothe me, you give me green card, you send me to school, you do everything for me. And see there, me anchor to the tree now, me can take care of myself, me secured. So me can let you go. See there, dead with me tie by your foot and let you go over precipice. Imagine that. Do you think, Dr. Mia, speak to me now, Dr. Mia, speak to me, my friends in the chat. Do you think if I experience something like that again, I would be able to hold it together like I did at that time when I was confused, didn't know what was going on? No, sir.
No, you.
This time, Dr. Mia, this time, when them carry me down with the cold bungle, them not gonna keep me.
Let me tell you something, Chad. My relationships have gone down south for many reasons, except for the last one, like I said. But you see, Kevin had been in a situation where he came into the house and saw his wife with another man in the house half naked. He used to be married before. We all been down that road. How did you think Kevin find a way to trust another woman all over again, including make a step forward to remarry again? It has to do with the person convincing them. Trusting yourself is one, and convincing the other person in the most honorable way. When I talk about just literally word of mouth, you say, you know, I'm not going to do that to you. I would never do that to you. No. You have to give them that conventional word to say, listen, prove your point to that person to say you're not going to, hold on, Trev, go and talk to them.
Yes.
Manager call, don't hang up.
Okay. Yuda says you will never know until you try. All men and women are the same. But Yuda, that is so true. But guess what? That trying is going to entail. In that trying, I'm going to have to go back in the haystack, go search for another needle. And what if I find another needle now? And that needle is no good again. Me have to go after that needle and go search again. Oh, you know how much time and energy that is. I don't have the same energy and patience that I had some years back. I don't have the same patience. I don't have the same energy. So I don't think that for me it would be the right thing to do. And I'm number one, we don't want to drag nobody human being through that. Because right now, I have a great day, my dear sister Fly Girl Georgia. Have a fantastic day, my friend. I do not want to have to deal with all of those kinds of emotions anymore. And another thing, I am more cautious. Me watch everything now. I do not just leave things up to chance. I do not just take your word for it anymore. I have found where there is value in questioning, in searching, in looking for the answer that you may not be getting forthrightly. I have learned that it pays to look for the answer. You don't have to go search and invade privacy and all of that. But it makes sense to pay attention, because I used to be that person. You tell me you're going this place. And I just say, okay. And you go and I don't look and I go on with life just the same. But I realize that if you are like that, you can be bamboozled so easily because you are not paying attention. You're not paying attention. You're just leaving everything up to chance. Welcome into the chat, Auntie Chris. Welcome, Auntie Chris. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming in. Yuda says, Overton, you will never know happiness until you give someone a try. What do you mean by him not give somebody a try? Give somebody a try, but them hurt him. Mom, that's why it's...
Let me just say this. When I was saying, Kevin's situation has found him in a place where he never really cared to really settle with anyone until he met me. And when he met me, I want to tell you something. All these years, Kevin has been left out of his matrimonial home. because of what he found out, infidelity and the disrespect that comes with it. And his mother has been telling him from 2008, check it, at 2020, we in and out, 2008, 2022, and Kevin never filed for divorce until 2021. His mother been telling him 5-year divorce, 5-year divorce. He was so into it that he just never wanted to go through.
And I guess he didn't want to leave himself vulnerable, because once he files for the divorce and he's now single, he's going to be looking, and he didn't want, maybe he didn't want to end up.
Actually. And then when he met me, he chose to do that because he saw the worth and value, and he see that I'm a different person. The point I'm trying to make, no matter how we go back and forth on this trip, there's always someone for us out there. The person for us will never hurt us the way how we were hurt by other persons. There will be hurt, but not in that kind of way, because nothing in life is going to be simple and easy. We have been in past relationship where we go down through some stuff, but we have to remember, no matter how we meet the right person and the person that is for us, we are two different people with two different mindsets. Sometimes we have to just know ourselves and what we want in life and what we're capable of doing. So there is somebody for you out there. It doesn't matter if you're ready or you're not ready. It's just the time when you allow it to happen, meaning you have to be ready for it to happen. Let me give you a perfectly good example. I've always said, why is it that the Lord gives persons children and have them tossed away the child in bushes and boxes and dumpster and all of that, when persons who want children definitely not getting them? Like myself, I am my mother, but my kids died at birth and I had a miscarriage, a couple of them. But then I realized that my mental mindset is not ready for a child to take care of, because I'm sickly, plus I'm not in the position physically, financially to take care of a child right now. So I will not get a baby. At the end of the day, the Lord gives persons children because they want them to eat. The Lord want the person to raise that child. But the person who gets the child, whatever reason you toss the child in a dumpster, is the terminology to say that that child deserves to be with somebody else better. For me, I will get a child, but not until my mental mindset is ready. So the point I'm trying to say is that if you're going to be in a relationship or get to marriage or whatever, if your mental mindset is not ready for a relationship, such as a committed one at that, from a person who will value you and know your worth, it will not happen. So until then, you will have to just sit there, as called to you, Trev, cushion your cushion eagle, and just say, okay, when you snap out of it and the snap come in, no matter how much years, if you're 30, if you're 40, you're 50, or you're 60, when you're finally ready to snap out of it, that snap I will bring you that person who is supposed to be in your life. You may not search for it, but it will find you.
Well, Dr. Mia, those are some great words of wisdom right there. Guys, y'all hear Dr. Mia give you some great gems of wisdom this morning. Dr. Mia, let me tell you something. As Overton said, I'd rather be alone than be unhappy. And I share that sentiment. I share that sentiment with you, my brother. I would rather be alone than be unhappy. And at this stage of the game, I do not plan to start over. I've started over several times in my life already. And this last start over is the last start over. I am not going to be starting over. I'm not going to be getting all up in my feelings with somebody and then they're going to walk away and go away. That may not happen. You know, I still embrace the possibility that that may not happen. But how much is it going to take from me, Dr. Mia, for me to go out there, search a haystack, find somebody, vet that person, start a relationship with that person, and then, you know, my antennas are always up. I'm always looking to see what to do. You know what I mean? That's going to make for a very uncomfortable existence for both me and that individual. And I don't think it would be fair.
No, but listen, Trev. Not trying to convince you, just making my point across. And to every point I made across, you eventually probably you need to watch the video and chop it out and use it as a motivation. You don't have to search a haystack. Remember, I told you my story. Kevin found me, you know. I didn't find Kevin. I went on the site and saw, and Kevin saw me blinking, sent me a message. I responded, and when I responded not to say I want a relationship. Like I said, I just wanted to talk.
Remember, the push look on that rock and see me now.
No, but listen, post and dad have the same look. But if you are supposed to be with that one man, you go remember today on. When the time come, you go remember say that time you did say this to you. And trust me, it may be long, it may be short, it may be never, it may be sometime soon. But however you look at it, it is what it is. When the time is right, it will happen.
Not before the time, right? Well, I agree. Hold on, let me go back in the chat and see what my lovely travelers are saying. Watch out, Yuda come this morning to drape me up, and I wonder if she have button and handcuff. Trev, Yuda said, Trev, you are not ill from what you are saying under this picture. Yuda, yeah, me use the picture. I use that picture because that picture there, trust and believe me, Yuda, that picture there, I don't know if you know the entire story, then you would understand the significance of that picture and why that picture really does mean so much, carried so much weight. Yes. But let me continue. Momtastic says, that's why it's important to heal fully. Once you are healed and you have a clear mind, you'll be able to pick up certain character traits in the person before you get too deep in. That's a great point. That is a great point right there, my dear friend. That's a great point right there. All right, let's see. Mama Auntie Chris is in the place. Treated you. You listen to Dr. Mia digesting what she said. Yeah, man, may I digest what Dr. Mia is saying. Oh, you mean? Yeah, of course, may I digest what Dr. Of course, I'm digesting what Dr. Mia is saying. All right. I over time say I give somebody 8 years of my life. What did they do with it? No, I don't think anybody deserve all that. Over time, you and I share the same sentiment. And in that 8 years, yes, I see both over time. And in those 8 years, I gave so much of me. I gave so much of me that I'm convinced I lost some of me, having given so much of me, because I was never like this. I was always open to, because you see, the thing is, Dr. Mia, I had never had a relationship that broke up so ugly. It's always two grown people, and we say, listen, it's not working out. It's not working out. We are not going in the same direction, you know. So let us, because I talk all the time about my first marriage, and I say my first husband was a man sent directly from God. Because that man didn't have to even marry me, number one. Didn't have to, but he did. Because once I said I don't have love to waste, he was like, shit, she don't have love to waste and I love her, shit, I'm gonna marry her. And then I said, you know, you gotta do the do, because I ain't got the do up in this place here. So you gotta fix me up. Oh, okay. All right. I'm all in. But when it was time, he could have dragged me. He could have taken me to court, and you know, he could have said, well, you know, you never have nothing, and you was this and you was that, and I me give you this and I me do this here. He could have done all of that. He could have done all. He did not. He said, Trev, this is how I feel. I love you to death, but I cannot function in your world. So, you see, I cannot function in your world. Your world is a different world from my world. And your friends and the people you bring me around, everybody, you know, speaking nicely, and everybody is so. He say, your world full of spike heels, he call it, spike heel. I mean, everybody wearing high heels and everybody is. He thinks that we are on a different side of the train track, if you know what I mean. And so he said, Trevor, I love you to death, but I have to go with my people, my kind of people. And he's and I don't even know why he put it like that, but he was being honest, like he must suffocate in my world. Yes, I'm saying, all right, no big deal, no big deal. And until this day, I can pick up my phone right now and I can call him and I can say, you know what? You have $100 can send me. He never said to me, Trev, you know you work more than me. Never, never. Say, anything for you, baby. Anything for you. Anything for you. And I am accustomed to that kind of relationship. I'm accustomed to that with my exes. We say, we done, we know say we done, but we can pick up the phone, we can call you. If I hear that you have a dilemma, I can call you, say, how you doing? How's your mom? I hear your mom passed away, I hear your mom is sick, etc., etc. And we can have a conversation. Nothing behind it. But with this last experience, you know, that I'm not going to go into right now, but with this last experience was totally different. Throw me for a loop. Never experienced anything like this. Would I ever want to experience something like this again? No. And the chances are that I might have increased now that I'm older, now that I'm even more established than I was 13 years ago. You understand? There's a lot to lose. There is a lot to lose. So I'm either going to go in and say, listen, we have to sign a prenup. We have to, and that is going to cause an additional strain on the relation. Oh, you make me start prenup because you're mean and you don't want to share what you haven't. No, I'm not plan to share. Same so, just like that. Just like that. Antichrist. Exactly. And the funny thing is, they come in with nothing, but they want everything when they are leaving. And they want you to break half of what you have earned before you even met them. They want it. They want it. They want it. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Let me go to chat here so because I think we're missing something. You missed a super chat for Antichrist and you want to read you that message. You would have direct me up. Well, let me see what you would have said. Over time, you will never know happiness unless you give someone a try. Oh Lord, you would have. The man is happy by himself. There is, Mamta said, there is someone else out there for you who truly would not do that to you. You just have to truly be ready to receive it. I sincerely agree with you. There might be somebody, I'm sure they're not all devils out there. There has to be somebody out there. The question is, am I willing to go there and search? The question is, are you willing? Because I'm sure there's somebody who is listening who wants to hear this question as well. Are you willing to go out there to try? Are you willing? I am not willing to try. The effort and the energy it's going to take me, I am not willing to expend all that energy. Let me see what else is going on in the chat. Pride Girl, have a blessing. Okay, I did talk to Pride Girl already. Trev, you listed. She already told me that. Antichrist. Oh, me the foreign chat, man. Oh my. Oh my. Overtime, if you bring more word of this being alone in this country, I will. But yeah, you're not going to offer overtime no slap over here. You know, you would have. I am not alone anymore. Me and Trev keeping each other. There you go, overtime said me and him keeping each other's company. It only sounds like a much bigger because I agree that I agree overtime. You and I keeping each other's company. Our relationship have to be worked on and see as the only one you have been in. T Blair is in the place. Welcome, T Blair. How are you doing, sis? Happy Thursday to you. Thank you so much for coming. Auntie Chris says something you gotta work. Sometimes you gotta work on yourselves, on ourselves. I agree with you, Auntie Chris. All right, Auntie Chris saying hello to Dr. Mia Trev. You might not have to search. God will bring the person. I see him. So the cross did come and say, I must God send him. So The crisis did come and say, must God send him? Because out of the blues, look how we end up. Look how we end up being together when apparently he said neither of us planned it. That time the lion rich already stood on him and the wicked lion sister and the mama stood on and planned it. So God forgive me, but the truth is the truth. You understand? So me no want nobody coming on my face, come to me say God send them. You just say I'm not giving up on love. One day God will send me my Boaz. Yes, sir. Let me see what else is in the chat. Me too want to have someone break my heart. I agree, Overton. Auntie Chris send a super chat. Thank you so much, Auntie Chris, for that super chat. Auntie Chris, you know you are the bomb.com.
I want to call you back, Trev. Then so the line will make nice. Let me call you right back.
Oh, all right. Thank you so much, Auntie Chris. Auntie Chris, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Mia. We'll be here for the next 30 or so minutes. We will be here for the next. Trev, you're Overton, not in no same boat at all. Oh, I hope your heart take care of you when you're old, Overton. Listen. Oh, listen. When people speak their truth and there is Dr. Mayor. Here we go, Dr. Mayor. Let me tell you something, guys. When people speak their truth and people express themselves as to how they're feeling, it's not that they are bitter. They are not bitter, they're just speaking their truth. It is what it is. And I don't consider it to be bitterness when somebody says, well, listen, this is what I have been through. And because of what I have been through, I am more cautious. I am more cautious entering into any relationship. It's not bitter them bitter, it's not carrying on, because society has so conditioned us that we must be in a relationship. If you notice how respected people who are married are very respected. When you walk into somewhere and you say, one of the first questions they ask you is if you're married. And if you say you are not married, and they look at you, they're looking to determine your age. They're looking to see how many wrinkles you have rolling around before they can determine how much respect to give you. You all know I'm not lying, it's the truth. So society has made being married a portion for how much respect you get. And that is the truth. And that is why society pushes marriage so much. On every application, don't ask you if you're married? On every application, it asks you if you're married. Put on it that you're not married, and you will see. Trust and believe me, I'm not lying to you. I have gone on jury duty before. Jury duty. And I look around with keen eyes. And everybody, when they were vetting all of us, they took everybody who was married. Wow. They took everybody who was married. And I said to myself, look at that. I wonder if it is. But you know, I'm not going to raise key and stuff. I said, I wonder if it is because the first thing they ask everybody, are you married? Everybody say, yes, I'm married, and my husband is so and so, and you know, and I have 2 kids, 3 kids, or whatever, and so, and they picked everybody who was married. I am not saying.
I guess them said married for that title, which I don't think that's
yes, because it's some form of a status in society when you are married. It's like it's an assumption that you have things together. Yes, you are complying with the rules of society. You are married. You are in a committed relationship. You are helping with the building of society by bearing new human beings that's going to take over. You know, there's an echo, or I don't know why it is. Maybe because I have the other phone open.
Because she said, I hang up and call back. That's why I hang up and call back.
Okay.
So I'm asking for the echo.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's you. Okay. You see what I mean? So being married really does carry some weight in society as to what class you are recognized in and how you are treated. So some people cannot do without that, because they do not want to feel like they are at a lower level of a rung on the ladder. You understand? I have seen where now that I am no longer married, I have seen in instances where I've been treated differently. Yes, I have observed it where I've been treated differently. No, because you're not married, because people assume that because you are not married, because you are divorced, something must be wrong with you. Yeah, true. You know, it's the truth. Yeah, and people
on the other side. Marriages sometimes don't work, or most likely, sorry, not cut you, Trev, don't work because a lot of times, like I said, we end up with the wrong persons and they are not into for what we want to be in it for, both on the male side and on the female side. So what we need to do is making sure that, as you say, we can never be too careful, Trev. No matter how we try in life, there's always going to be a loophole. For me, I take the initiative to get married for two reasons. One, because I love this man and he sees my worth and value. He brings a lot to the table to say, okay, this is what I want, this is what I want. And I make certain, tell him, I said, if I marry you tomorrow morning and you drop short from one thing that you mentioned, the reason why I chose to marry you, I'm walking away, not being hurt or anything, but because you did not stay to your word. Your word is the relationship. You cannot get up and say, you are going to deal with certain things.
And then you just wrap tomorrow, you just no.
Yeah, and when you get married, you just jump up and stop like that.
Exactly. That's not how it works. You know, and knowing me, I am very committed when I say I am entering into this relationship and this is what we're gonna do, this is what I'm gonna do. I am going all out. I am going all out. If you all have listened to my story, you see how I went all out for this individual. I went all out because my whole intention was to lift him off the ground. And since it was something that we discussed, I was not going to renege on my responsibilities as the partner in this endeavor. And since I was better off than he was, and I had made the commitment that I was going to lift him up, I was not going to renege on that. I made that commitment, said I'm going to lift you up. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So tell me now why I'm going to just say, all right, Trev, for all what you're doing, everything. Me don't want to be here anymore. Me gone. Or make go to a courthouse to make them sort out how we are going to divvy up the assets we will have. And we call it a day. You get what I'm saying? See, Overton says, you know how many times in that 8 years I had to forgive that person? I'm too busy loving myself now to go talk about I'm finding another person. And I wholeheartedly agree with Overton because I am telling you all, I have never been this happy and comfortable with being by myself because I always felt comfortable being with somebody. I always felt like, you know, I need to wake up with somebody. I need somebody to discuss my inner thoughts with, my plans. I need somebody, a helping hand. If I come home and I was supposed to stop at Walmart, I need somebody to call and say, baby, you can't stop at Walmart for me and pick up such and such. I need somebody to call me and say, babe, we are cooked today. You know what I mean? And sit down and make plans with. I used to love that and I used to crave it. And so when I am out of a relationship, I used to have those strong desires to have somebody, and so I would enter into another relationship because I have those strong desires. No, I have taught Trev, you don't need those desires to function. You can function on your own. Yes, we function on my own. It's little harder because I don't have anybody to delegate anything to. But then again, I'm not coming home and cooking. If I'm coming home and cooking, I have to cook and I have to clean. And I say to you, okay, I was supposed to go to the bank for me. Run to the bank for me. I run to Walmart for me. That is me delegating so that I can get a lot more done. But with me alone, It might not get done today, but I am comfortable with the fact that it will get done one day. So I am not stressed about it. And I agree with Overton 1,000,000 times. I agree with you, Overton. No stress. I am at peace. I am alone, but I am not lonely. I am not lonely. I can always pick up the phone. I can call my mom on her sick bed. I can call my sisters. I can call my children. I have a few friends I can call. And I can sit right here on YouTube. Look how God good. I can sit right here on YouTube and talk to the entire world. You see what I mean? So why should I worry about having somebody?
Exactly, but you will get there, Trev. Trust me. Right now, just do you and Overton, just doing yourself, and in terms of loving yourself, and continue keeping forward, be positive. And when the time is right, if it should ever, because let me ask you something, Trev. Are you planning on being celibate for the rest of your entire time on earth, or you just not the time frame of mind to really be with anyone now?
Dr. Mia. Sis, me tell you anything about celibate?
Alright. We don't say you have benefits and stuff, but
no, me not have no benefits. Me not have no benefits, sister. I don't have any benefits. I quit you.
Are you planning on staying without a partner, a committed partner for the rest of your time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's why I'm going up in age. Remember, I told you all before, I might end up being the 70-year-old with the 40-year-old because me going up in age now. The men up in my age group now, Dr. Mia, them are getting impotent, and that part is very important to me. So therefore, them all the blood pressure medicine. Me not go look to them.
It depends on how you eat your food. If you eat certain things and not taking care of your body, that's what's gonna happen.
Well, me not going to look for them, Me not going to look for them. Me not going to look for them, Dr. Mia. So therefore, I'm going to answer your question and say, me plan to stay by myself. I will be just fine. I will be just fine. That the end of sound so. Out of the end sound so.
You're so beautiful and so gorgeous that why but I like to sell on the clothes. There's so many to see. I tell me that you're
you I am gone. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing with this morning at all. I don't know what you are doing. Yard food in the place. There is sister yard food, guys. Mom tastic, mom stuckles. I hope say you are making note of the people in the chat, sis, because I know you want to grow that channel of yours. You need to make note of the people in the chat and connect with them. They connect with you. I don't know if you know the rules. The rules is not before 48 hours. Okay? So if you see somebody come into your chat, leave you, and they have left you a banana meaning they have hit the red button and that thing there, you and I probably gonna have to talk off air so that we can talk about that. Right? Then you go back in 48 hours or so and do the do and do it right. All right, doing the do means that you must watch their video on their channel for at least 3 to 5 minutes. Make sure you find a short video so that you can watch it in its entirety, so that when you hit that subscribe button and you give them that subscription, it will stay. All right, and that's fine. Looking forward to your live when you tell us you met someone new. Watch out. Yeah, momsticles. You hear that, Dr. Mia? See, when I say you have met someone, let me tell you something. I have tried, but honestly speaking, when I'm in a relationship, I like to be honest in the relationship. And yes, I want to be honest. I want to say, yes, this is what we are doing. And honestly speaking, I could not, cannot. So I have to gracefully bow out. I can't because we are not going to go in the direction because you're not going to lead me and you're not going to tell me where we're going to go. No.
Yeah.
No.
Welcome to everybody in the chat. Auntie Chris, blessed one. Welcome, my darling. And Momsticles, everybody big up. And you guys was great talking with you. But boy, it's crazy. I mean, I know these men out there are crazy, and I know it's hard to find a good woman and a good man. But like me say, if it's really meant for you, you're not have to search. And when you do search, you may end up finding it. It all depends. But like I say, you're staying alone and over time saying the same things. So all you do, just write it out. You never know. Never say never do. I would have said never say never, you know? Well, you might have to come back and tell me, say, okay, I did say never, but
your mom could say she'll wait for you and me come on the live and say I have found someone. You weird.
Because Kevin never told me that. I just was meant for me.
Sometimes I God send him with him 2 suitcases. I God send him like me like a big old clappy. Me like a big old clappy.
But when you need coffee, that's time you're just long time, long time. That's it. But it happens.
It happens.
Just what you gotta
do. Just what it is. Just what it is. Let me see what else they say that is. God probably sent him to teach you a lesson. You know that is true, though, Momsticle. God sent him to teach me a lesson. And trust and believe me, God sent him also to show me that his sister was no good. All me I carry her around in my heart as my friend. God carry control me say, I got to get this woman out of your life, Trev, because this woman is envious and jealous of you. This woman is bad mind. This woman will kill you. Me have to get that woman out of your life. Some way, somehow, come see you kill up yourself about this woman, boy, your friend. And the woman eat you like a dose of poison. Yeah, man, God did do something, brother. God working mysterious ways. Ways that we don't even understand. Him work in mysterious ways, my friend. All right, guys, I'm not supposed to hold on my head when I talk to him, But I told me I look for my little crochet. I feel proud of myself. I make the blanket here.
Well, you can hold on the chat now. So let me close my thing to say. Like I did say to you before, guys, also needs to get into a new relationship. It all depends. Like Trev just proved a point. She's not ready for it after 4 years. So how too soon is too soon is when you are good and ready. Remember, I typed it in the chat, when you're good and ready. And it comes right back around. It's when you're good and ready, when you're healed, when you're over the situation, what you've been through before. If you find that person, that right person that comes and, as they would say, that the fairy tale sweep you off your feet and you feel within yourself that person is the right person for you, but you're not ready. The least you can do is tell the person, listen, let's take a step back, be friends, chill out, hang out a bit and see how it plays out. Not hang out in a closed area, but like going out and seeing, because you may find that right person in the process of time, or they may find you, but you're not ready. So in other words, you have to be honest with them and tell them. Likewise, you may not be searching, but eventually it finds you. What are you going to do when it finds you? Are you going to be like bashing and, simply pushing off the person in a manner? You have to know how to handle that kind of thing too, because that person can also get hurt just by saying, okay, I like you and this and that and whatever the third. So you have to know how to deal with the situation. So how soon is too soon? When you're very good and ready, when your heart is healed and when your mindset is in a position to receive that love that person have to give.
I agree. All right, and everybody's ready time is not the same. There are some people who think they're ready in 2 months, and there are others like me who not go ready. Me and Overton. I ain't Overton. Me and Overton now go ready. Some people get ready in 2 weeks. Some people in 2 months, 2 years, whatever the time may be that you choose to get ready. Okay.
Right. And on that note, Dr. Mia is out of here. It was good hosting with you this morning, Trev.
Thank you so much.
I'll be in the chat, but I won't be texting often, but I'll be in the chat.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Mia. Thank you so much, guys.
All right, greetings, everybody, and have a wonderful day.
All right, guys, here, Dr. Mia. Those of you who have never been to Dr. Mia's channel, yes, go on over to Dr. Mia's channel, guys. Go over there to Dr. Mia and support Dr. Mia. Support Dr. Mia over there on her channel. Give her the full support, and you'd be surprised. It's all going to come right back. Let me get back into the chat and see what else is being said over here. Let's see. Mom Speckles says God probably sent him to teach you a lesson. I'm sure you learned a lot from that relationship and a lot of what not to put up with. Oh yes, girl. Oh yes. Oh yes. I have learned a lot. And one thing I learned, say, people wicked. Trust me, I didn't know that before, but I learned that people are wicked. Over that truth, want to be. Shauna, my dear, those of you who don't have Shauna, you see anybody here that you don't have? Shauna, we're working on you, you know. We want you to forget the bananas, them, you know, Shauna. We want you to forget the bananas, them. Shauna, you go over Daddy Bella. You go over Daddy Bella. Guys, when you go over Daddy Bella, figure get bananas. Go to Daddy Bella, go to Ryan from Ryan's blog. Go to Tagwama. Go over there to Tagwama. Go over there to the Taylor's family. Go over there to Dolly. Go over there to Deaconess Bless. And also, let me tell you one channel to go over to. There is a channel called Asking for a Friend. There is a channel called Asking for a Friend, guys. I'm going to write it down. Asking for a Friend. Y'all need to go over and connect with her. She's my friend. And try to catch her when she's going live. Because when she's going live, she has like 100 and odd people on her live. And it's, yeah, people are connecting. So you can pick up a lot of potential support over there. So yeah, go to Dolly, go to Deaconess. There is Deaconess, there is Dolly, there is the Taylor's family, there is Daddy Bella. Go to Asking for a Friend. Go to Tagwama TV. Go to Ryan's vlog. Yeah, those are some good places to go to grow your channel, guys. All right, those are good places to go to. Overton, you need a woman to love you and treat you right, and you do the same. You know, you're the man to love and treat right already, and it not work out. That's true, and it's so sad. Say something. Let me see if it echo. Okay, nothing is echoing right now. Any echo? No. I don't see that happening again, Yuda. I agree, Overton. Yes, Overton. Between me and you, me, I just visited your house. All right, there you go, Yuda. Yuda just visited Dr. Mia. Ricky is in the Ricky. Long time I don't see you. Know how you doing? Did I see you over on TikTok? And also, guys, if you are on TikTok, yeah, type me in. You will find me over there on TikTok. Type in Trevessence. You will find me over there on TikTok. If you are on Instagram, yes, go on Instagram. Look for me on Instagram. If you're on Facebook, I have a page on Facebook as well. All Trevessence. Yes. And if you have not yet hit the subscribe button on my channel here, on YouTube now is a great time to do so, guys. All right. If you have not yet connected with me, go ahead, watch one of my videos. Leave me a comment. Once you leave me a comment, you know I am going to come back. I have quite a few people I haven't come back to in a few days. But don't worry yourselves. It's just setting. I'm leaving it to set. And the chicken will hatch in a few days. All right. Let's see what else is going on over here. Auntie Chris said, oh yes, Trev, it's part of changing your mindset. Yeah, you change your mindset based on what you want. If you feel that a relationship is what you want, then you're going to change your mindset to accommodate it. A relationship is not what I want. Being with somebody and be worried about where them there, who them with, when them a come home, how me a go cook till them come home and make me not have that responsibility then no more, brother. No, sir, I cannot afford it. Cannot afford it. Cannot afford it. Trev, later, honey, love you. I will call you later. You working? Yes, I'm working tonight. So when I get off this live, is to bed, and then I'll wake up later on. I'm going to work. Overtime, so you can call me Chino Trev. Overtime, you did you send me your number? Because the number is running on this screen. So if you all save the number, you all can text me so I can save you to the WhatsApp. But if you do not text me, I won't know. I don't know if I have a number over time. Hold on there. Hold on there. Maybe I do. Let me type your name in here. Overton. No, sir, Overton. Me not have your number. Go ahead and save the number Overton. Let's see what else is going on. I'm here. Dr. Mia says, all right, blessed one. How are you doing, sis? Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath. Me you just say, me can't bother with you today, Trev. You give me headache. I'm sorry. I don't intend to give you any headache. Take 2 Tylenol, though. Take 2 Tylenol. Blessed child is in the place as well. All right. Blessed child is in the place. Saying hello to Dr. Mia. Momtastic is in the place saying thank you. There you go. Auntie Chris is in the place. Auntie Chris is saying hi, blessed. Momtastic is a seat there. All right. All right. Even though that I chat the talk long time, 10 minutes ago. Faith from Faith menu. There is faith in the house, guys. Faith from Faith menu. Also, guys, do not forget, everybody, please, to connect to Plumber TV. Please connect to Plumber TV. If you are not yet connected to my dear friend Plumber TV, go on over to Plumber TV. Plumber TV have some nice videos over there. Go over there and connect with Plumber TV, guys. And our newest traveler in Momstacle Podcast, you can also connect with Momstacle Podcast. Okay. Auntie Chris says one thing is everyone part is directed by God. Yes, he was set by God, and there is lessons you have learned, and you can use your experience to help someone else, just like you are doing now. Exactly, Auntie Chris. And that is why I say that was the reason, that was the purpose. And I'm not going to let that reason or that purpose fall all along the wayside. All right. So true, Overtime by Blessed One. Mom Sugar says that was actually a great live. I enjoyed it. Oh, okay, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know, I like to come here and sit in this chair and chat with you all. It is such a pleasure, because otherwise it's me alone roaming around in the house like a zombie. Okay. Every day was saying God talking to them these days. Hey, Mr. Blessed One, if you could say that again, I hug you. Everybody, all of them devils talking about God. And because they know that a woman will, there are lots of women, let me just say, there are lots of women who have a desire, a fervent desire to, say, go in their church or to act more Christianly, but the one thing that's usually keeping them back is that they want to be married. Yes, they want to be married. And so if they are not married, they don't feel like they are worthy for entering church and that sort of thing. So everybody will come now, will come tell us say a God send them because they know so that quickest way to trick you. Don't let nobody trick you with those statements saying that God send them. All right. Oh, Ifeoma. There is my friend Ifeoma in the chat, guys. Connect with my friend Ifeoma. She's also a content creator. Welcome, Ife. How you doing, Sugar? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, Overton sending love to Dr. Mia. Oh, Ife, is your first time here? Welcome, Sugar. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, I know we are connected, Ifeoma. I know you and I know I am connected to me. If you are connected to me, though, that's another question. But I know that I am connected to you, Ifeoma. All right. Hope you stay here, my dear. Oh yes, yes, yes. I stay here with your yard foods. I'm going on, Sister Trevor. All right, all right. Overton, Trevor alone. I'll find a woman. You leave Overton alone, you know. You try leave Overton alone. Growing my own is in the place. Growing my own. How are you doing? Growing my own. How are you doing? So good to see you. So good to see you. That is why you need a partner in the house, so you won't be like a zombie. Me say I love being like a zombie. I get up, boops me go a bathroom, boops me come back, boops me go down the stairs, boops me go a kitchen, boops me make something for eat, boops me go to the laundry room, put some clothes in the laundry, boops me drive go a Walmart, boops me come back, and boops me come back upstairs, boops me go bed, and boops me come back and drop in my bed, bro. Yes, that's how I do it. That's how I do it. You that's the blessed one. No problem. No, I haven't seen watching the screen. Okay, okay. Mom Suckles, I am trying. I love you, Yuda. You are the best. I love you, Yuda. I love you. I love you. All right. It looks like I'm caught up with the chat. But the link no pin. See Cubans up there, guys. Guys, write down Plumber TV. Plummer, Plumber TV. Go in your YouTube search box and search for Plumber TV. Because you know that usually when you search for it's better when you search for the channel. So go ahead and search for Plumber TV. Go over to his channel and watch a video, leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe to his channel. If you don't watch his video, please, I beg you, do not subscribe and make YouTube take them back. Please, to watch the video. Watch the video and hit the like button and comment. A nice, decent comment. Okay? You can do that. All right. Let me see what else is in the chat. You that say you need to drop your husband arms. Really? You need to do what? Drop your arms. Me not the husband. Overton. Don't say you that one more time. She says she have the slippers for you. Okay. So yes, guys. Don't say okay. So yes, guys, so that is the deal. We are coming down to the end of this conversation. It's always a pleasure talking with you all. I sincerely appreciate it. I see 15 million people in the house. Guys, do not forget to hit the like button. I hope each and every one of you have hit that like button already. You know, by this time we should have at least 30. We should have at least 30 likes if everybody who came in hit the like button. And you mean to tell me, say, only 6 people hit the like button? Come on now, guys. You have got to do better. Once you come into the live, hit that like button. Share out the stream. Invite your friends and your friends and your friends to come on over and let us chat. Let us have a conversation. All right. With that being said, guys, I am going to be leaving you all right now. I am going to get me some rest. You know, I have been up all day yesterday, all night last night. So, you know, I really do need some shut-eye. So I'm going to be going off right now. I'm going to sleep. I want to say thanks to everybody who came into the chat. All the newbies. Guys, there is Momtastic. Momstacle, There is Momstuckle, guys. Do not forget to connect with Momstuckle. And Momstuckle, do not forget to connect with the people in the chat once they have, you know how to do the do, and do it well, my friends. Do it well. All right. That's it for tonight. That is for today, guys. That is going to be it for today. I am going off now, and I want to say thanks again to everybody who came in. Everybody who came in, to all my super chatters, Alex and Trucker and um Auntie Chris. Also Yuda was a super chatter yesterday, and Plumber was a super chatter as well. I want to say thank you all so much. I sincerely appreciate it. I see my friend Carla KE come into the place. Hello, my friend Carla KE. You have come into the live when I am just about to close off, but I sincerely appreciate your presence. And anyway, sister, there's also my friend Carla KE too, guys. Go ahead and connect to Carla KE. All right. Thanks again, everybody. Okay, Carla is saying hello to all of you guys. So say hello to Carla. Those of you who are content creators, Carla, Carol. He's saying Carla. Carla, connect with them, and these are loyal people. They will definitely come back to you. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it from me for today. All right, so you all have a fantastic day. Do whatever you do it with love. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to take care of yourselves. Do not be afraid to make decisions for yourself. It's not what other people think. It's not what's going to make other people happy. It's what's going to make you happy. So make the decisions you make today, guys. Make them for your own upliftment. That's going to be it for me for today, guys. Overton, love you. Take care of yourself. Overton, Oral, whoever else was in the place, and to all my travelers in the place, I want to say thank you for your continued support. Until next time, my friends, this is Trev from Trevessence, where your journey matters. We will talk later, guys. Have a great day, everybody.